Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Jay Wilson. I'm a freelance consultant through my company Onyx Reporting. And today I had this unique opportunity to sit down with Dan Hendriksen, General Manager of Domo Everywhere, as well as Mark Snodgrass from NLC Mutual. They're going to talk us through Domo Publish and the implementation that they did over there. The second half of the video kind of happened spontaneously. It was this like behind the scenes conversation where Dan was talking about his relationship with the larger Domo community and how he has this responsibility to translate what he hears back to Domo product. So stick around for that.
Dan, who are you? What do you do? Go.
Yeah, Jay, thanks for having me. I'm Dan Hendriksen. I'm the general manager over our Domo Everywhere product suite. It's really the ability to distribute data and insights to customers, vendors, partners, and the two chief categories there are embedded analytics and extended analytics. And the chief product under each of those is Domo Embed and Domo Publish. And Embed really, the big differentiator, the big thing to understand is where the customer has that experience, right? So with Embed, obviously, you can create those differentiated user experiences and embed those inside of your website, application, or portal. If you don't have a website, application, or portal, or you want to take the experience beyond what you can do in an embedded scenario and give people access to tools like the Domo application and things of that nature, Publish unlocks all of that. We create subscriber accounts for each of your customers or different individuals that you want to have access to that hosted environment. Mm-hmm. And they get access to really the whole, what we refer to internally as the explorer portion of the product, create their own content, draw their own conclusions, and have their own Domo experience.
One of the things that I've always, when I started at Domo, it really stuck out to me how cool it was, just this idea that, hey, you don't have to just have Domo for your organization for managing internally. This idea of turning Domo or data into an asset that maybe I have as an iframe embedded in a web portal someplace, or maybe I build a custom app that gets data from Domo and then puts it into a web or an application. Very cool. And then when I heard about Publish as just functionally giving people a Domo-esque experience for interacting with, I love it. I love it. Mark, let me stop gushing. Who are you? What do you do?
I'm Mark Snodgrass. I'm the Director of Member Data Strategy for NLC Mutual, which is a reinsurance company for public entity pools. And we're using Publish. We're so passionate about helping our members with their data that we actually purchase full Domo instances for each of our members. And we are using Publish to help them get their data back to them in a sanitized and useful manner, as well as being able to see the other members' data to just help them know, hey, are we on an island when it comes to these kind of things, or are other people seeing these same kind of issues right now?
Can I be cheeky and ask you to show me what you're publishing?
You certainly can.
And guys, if you're recognizing this man's face and voice, he has been on the channel just last week. In fact, he's the guy who did the tutorials on building custom charts and SVGs. And he so graciously offered to come back. I really appreciate that. So this is Publish.
So this is Publish. I've got actually 5 pages now that I've got. So it can do a master page and sub pages. This is in our Publish instance. So you can lay out cards however you want. And then in a subscriber instance, see logo change here. We're now a subscriber instance, same data, same cards, all the interactivity that you would experience with your own cards.
So as a subscriber, I'm not logging into a web portal. I'm actually logging into Domo, my instance Oregon's instance of Domo.
Right, we've added cards to their instance, and so all those pages show up alongside all their other pages. They act just like all their other cards that they've created in there. They can make one-offs of these cards if they want to. They can make new cards from the underlying data that we're making available to them. So they have full full capabilities.
Talk to me about what you mean by making the data available to them.
So when you publish an instance, it's going to pick up what data sets are powering these cards. Those any data sets that are being used by these cards then show up and in their instance, because the cards will show up and then the data sets will show up. Those are then available for them to use just like any other data set that they would have in their own instance.
And how do I push the data across? Is there like a special app, or is there a user interface for this? What does this look like?
Very easy to do. Domo continues their process of making it very user-friendly. So
it's baked into the product.
Baked into the product.
Wait.
New publication.
Dan, what have you done? Dan, what am I seeing here?
Yeah,
ahead,
so I love the excitement, Jay. What you're seeing here, we've made heavy investments in the published product, over the last year, and it's no longer app-based offering. It's now, fully baked right into the admin section. There's a whole bunch of other, fun and exciting changes to go along with that. But yeah, the process of creating published jobs, accepting those as a subscriber, the interaction on both sides of things is vastly improved and simplified, works better at scale. We've done a lot there. It's super exciting.
Yeah. So guys, I worked on customers who had legacy publish, and as Dan is saying, it used to be a custom app experience, right? And now it's actually baked into admin. Oh my gosh, this is so cool.
Yeah, so you were talking to Mark earlier about, Mark was sharing some of the dashboards and some of the data and whatnot. So if we back up just a little bit, a big theme we're seeing as we get into 2021 and look down the road to 2022 is just the data doesn't cut it anymore, right? The value is in the insights.
Yeah.
And Publish allows you to deliver data and insights, but not limit the insights to just what you've drawn, but also have the data available in a great tool so that they can, do their own analyses. We can use Mark, obviously, as the relevant example here is Mark's got a bunch of data that's important to people that exist outside of the walls of his organization. He wants to securely share filtered access to that data. Mark uses Publish to pre-populate that instance with all the data that's relevant to Oregon, right? As he's got these chapters across the different states, he can have a single publication or a published job, as we call it, that populates each of those states' environments with the data relevant to those states. Mark can manage it in one place, provide that filtered access, and then those subscribers, they log in, they get all the things that we know and love about Domo.
Yeah, I'm thinking about.
Now it's my turn to apologize for being so passionate.
No, man, it just blows my mind. Like every year you turn around and like this feature's gotten massively improved or it's integrated into the product a different way. I just truly love how Domo keeps reinventing itself. Now, for those of you who don't have Publish, right, you're thinking about some of this. How would you solve this problem today? You might use the dataset copy connector to copy data from one instance Domo to another, or you might be using APIs to extract data from Domo, and then you get it into an Excel spreadsheet and you move it someplace else. I love the way Dan put it, right? The trend today, it's not just enough to have the data. We want to create this interactive experience. And so having this full Domo experience with Analyzer and the interactions and the filters and everything that makes that possible. Now it's different though, Mark.
Well, and it's secure, right? I mean, not to interrupt, Jay, but when we think about trading spreadsheets, right, as soon as Mark puts a spreadsheet together and sends it off, Mark now loses all control, right? So Mark doesn't know if the person who gets it makes some edits and then shares it with, 42 other people.
Right.
Where with Publish, it allows, everything's logged, it's auditable, it's tracked, and Mark, as the owner and provider of that data, is in full control over what they get access to, when they get it, when they don't get it anymore. So it goes way beyond convenience. Just wanted to throw that in there. Sorry.
Love that. Yeah, great point. Now, Mark, though, your implementation, your use case is a little bit unique, though, because you, nlcmutual.domo.com doesn't actually generate the data.
Correct. Yeah, really, in each of our member instances, they're uploading their claims data in their instance, and then I am using dataset copy to take it from each of their instance up to the NLC Mutual instance, we call it, well, more or less the national instance, if you will.
Right.
Then I aggregate it all together with a magic ETL, and then create cards off of that, and then I can use publish then to push those cards and that final data set and just those final data sets back down to them, which saves an immense amount of work that I used to be doing kind of manually. If I wanted to create similar cards in each member instance to help them with onboarding, I was doing a lot of these cards, in each instance now. I just add them as a subscriber. Boom, now they have 70 cards in their instance. They have something to look at before they even have their own data contributing to it. So they get a sense of, wow, this is what I can do with Domo that really helps them start moving forward a lot quicker.
I know, Dan.
You only have to edit it in one place, too.
Yeah.
This is a secret. Yeah.
That is huge.
So, Dan, you made the point that you have the Explorer experience in the subscriber accounts, but help me get between the lines. What are we not getting then in the base kind of
what's
missing?
Yeah. So if we think about a subscriber instance of Domo, really the whole goal is for that subscriber to have access to the data that's published from the publisher, right? So when I mention the Explorer portion of Domo, what I'm referring to is the ability to create cards and dashboards and leverage alerts and the mobile app and all those things allow you to explore and analyze that data. By default, they don't have data center access. So they're not creating new data connections. They're not writing data flows. But we do have a lot of customers like Mark where under the right commercial terms, we do allow those subscribers to ingest data, to leverage data flows, and really augment or supplement the data that's provided by the publisher to tell a bigger story that is only possible when they marry that data up with internal proprietary data that the publisher themselves don't even have.
Awesome, thank you. So Mark, my last question before we end this recording, and we might ask Dan to close his ears. What was the most challenging part, and conversely, what was the best part about this implementation process?
Well, I think there were some challenges with publishing to the subscriber instance and things showing up the way I expected. So a little learning curve on if you really wanted cards to show up the size you wanted, you needed to be in a story dashboard page, not the standard page with collections, doesn't retain that. And then just some glitches with subscribers, ingesting the data properly, but worked with Domo support, and they were great about getting on it and fixing those issues for me. So now everybody's seeing the data like they should. But again, definite benefits in that it's such a time saver for me. And now with, like Dan said earlier, I only have to edit a card one time, not 18 times if I'm making a change to a card and I want everybody to see it. And I just click refresh in the admin side, and then the folks are seeing those new cards that I've added or the changes to the cards that I've added. And then it's just always flowing and I don't have to do anything. It's just fantastic.
Okay, and we've got Dan on the phone right now. So if you could talk to product, which functionally you're doing, what is the one change that you hope they come out with next?
Oh my gosh.
You only get one.
Yeah. I think just more informative on when a refresh is complete, the status of things. So just better insight on that. So it's a little process for it to iterate through and refresh all that card. So just knowing when something's complete and when it's still in process would be helpful,
right, like getting the
publisher.
stats integrated into Domo Stats or the Domo governance kind of suite of tools.
Yeah, just being able to verify that the data and the cards changes are complete. More informative for that for those kind of admin kind of features.
Actually, on the side though, now I'm just thinking about it. If you edit a card, if I am your subscriber and I edit the dashboard that you've published to me, and then you say, oh, we're on V2 of this dashboard, and you push V2, what happens to my version?
I believe it'll get overwritten. Dan can correct me if I'm wrong, unless they've made a copy to it.
Yeah, good call out, Jay. The best practice, and we're actually, I got to keep the powder dry on some new announcements, but Mark, I think you'll be really excited with some things that we've got right around the corner related to what you're looking for. But as those subscribers are creating content, the best practice is for them to just lock that page that Mark shared with them, and then make copies of it, make edits in their own place. Ah,
good to know. But you said there's announcements coming, possibly at Domo Palooza. In case you guys didn't know, Domo Palooza is just around the corner. March 20, help me out here, March 21st?
4th? It's early in the morning.
Dan, come on.
Yet, but
trying
but
to
it
set
is
you up
March
here.
24th.
March 24th.
March 24th.
Okay, cool.
I just had to tab over to my calendar real quick.
Awesome. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today and talking us through Publish and all of the ways that we can bring value to our customers through this like data distribution model. I really, truly appreciate you guys taking the time, and we'll catch you guys later. Thanks.
Thanks, Jay.
Hey, thanks, Jay.
So the conversation actually continued a whole nother half hour after we said we were going to cut. And halfway through this conversation, I said to Dan, I was like, this is some really good stuff. Is there a version of this that I can share with my YouTube community? And we had to do a couple takes and like edit some content out. But Dan graciously said yes. And here's kind of what came of that conversation.
The one thing that I was going to say, or that I would love to be able to say, is that we've learned a ton from Mark. Certainly appreciate that feedback. Love the opportunity to get on with you and all of our customers and hear not only about the great successes and the things you love about it, but also acknowledging some of the pains that you've experienced as an early adopter. For anybody out there who's considering leveraging Domo Publish, I've got enough faith and confidence in the product and the solution that I would encourage you to reach out to me personally. If you're experiencing any challenges or having any of those bumps, we're very committed to ensuring that you have a world-class experience. We're there today, and confident enough to say, hey, if you're experiencing anything less than that, I want you to reach out, tell me about it personally, and I'll ensure that we get that rectified.
Okay, so you work on, I guess, kind of understanding the customer's voice, understanding their needs, hence why you're connecting with us in the Domo Dojo community. To what extent do you get to say, all right, this gets prioritized in product, we need to fix this today, right now?
Yeah, so as a general manager, I'm really tasked with looking after Domo Everywhere as a business offering, right? Okay. I've got a really close relationship I've got a great product manager that I consider my partner in crime in this whole thing, who owns, the roadmap and works with engineering, sits on our product team. So I've got a really close relationship to the product team, and they look to me to make sure that they're getting accurate signal around what the market wants and needs and where we need to be going. Mm-hmm. So I would say that my relationship with product is, that I'm their trusted, friend in the field, so to speak,
okay.
That's touching the market and touching all these things and making sure that they know exactly, what we need to make sure that we're remaining competitive and that we're providing the right solutions that our customers need to be successful and happy customers for years to come.
Okay, I get it now. So I need to complain to you. That's what I'm choosing to hear. That's what we're walking away with.
I welcome any and all feedback.
That's amazing. No, truly, this made my day. I love it.
Okay, so there it is, short and sweet. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It definitely helps me when I go back to Domo and they're like, well, Jay, how many users, how many subscribers do you have? How many people are watching your video? This kind of stuff really helps. In April, I'm launching what will hopefully be a quarterly conference where we bring presentations like the ones you just saw, as well as tutorials and kind of opportunities to just exchange ideas. So keep your eyes tuned to the channel, subscribe if you haven't, and there will be more details coming. Catch you guys later.